Okay, so welcome. Welcome to this pregnancy yoga class. Thank you very much, Julianne, for doing this session, this recorded session with me. So I just wanted to check, first of all, has anything in yours or baby's health changed since the last time that we talked?
No, nothing.
And you're 34 weeks pregnant, right?
34 weeks, yep.
Fabulous. Okay, let's begin. So we're going to begin by simply finding a very comfortable position. So you've got some props around you. It can be quite nice to have a bolster placed against the wall if you want to experiment with that. You're looking for what we call Sukhasana, easy sitting pose in yoga. So for some people, it's just simply sitting cross-legged. Some people prefer to sit on a cushion, or you could go for that bolster being placed against the wall and just giving your back some support to lean into. So get nice and comfortable in whatever shape you're feeling right for you. Roll the shoulders back and down. In fact, let's take a couple of rolls. So let's breathe in as the shoulders move up and breathe out as the shoulders drop down. Two more of these. Inhale as you're coming up and exhale as you're dropping those shoulders down. One more. Inhale, shoulders coming up. Exhale, dropping down. Opposite direction. Breathing in, shoulders coming up. Exhale, shoulders dropping down. Inhale, coming up, and exhale, coming down. Just one more. Inhale and exhale. From here, we'll just arrive into our pregnancy yoga class. So just if you feel comfortable, allow those eyes to close. If you don't, it's all right. You can just take a soft gaze down towards the ground. Place the hands somewhere that feels comfortable on the thighs where your shoulders can relax. Allow your breath to be natural and normal, and just let it come and go as it always does. Allow those muscles around the eyes to gently relax. Relax your jaw and let your tongue be loose in your mouth. Arriving into this practice, understanding now that there's nowhere to go. There's nothing to do. Nobody else to please or serve. It's just you and your baby here in this moment. Become aware of your breath, your natural breath as it comes in and out of your body. And allow your breath to be fluid. As you inhale, notice how there's a taking in of some fresh new air, some oxygen. And as you exhale, there's just a natural letting go and a release. You are here. You have arrived. Today's theme is all about space. Finding space in your mind, space in the body, and even space in your sense of who you are, which changes on a daily basis when you're pregnant. Putting aside the what ifs and the to-dos to come into this practice. And when you're ready, we're going to blink our eyes open. And we'll just begin with some simple head and neck movements. So as we inhale, look up towards the sky. And as we exhale, drop the chin down towards the earth. Inhale, we're looking up towards the sky. Exhale, dropping that chin down towards chest. One more. Inhale, coming up. And exhale, coming down. Going from left to right, looking over to the left. Remembering that in our yoga, there should be no pains, pins and needles, numbness and tingling. Of course, some of us might be experiencing some aches and pains in our yoga class, and if that's the case, we're going to move and journey with that pain. But you'll know what feels right for you. We're going to draw a U shape from umbrella now, so we drop the chin down towards the chest and look over to the left. Dropping the chin down towards the chest as we look over to the right. Just one more in each direction. And then we'll just return to centre. We're going to pretend we've got a little pencil on the end of our nose and just start to draw some small circles with our nose. Relax your jaw and let your tongue be loose in your mouth. Breath just coming and going as it always does. From here, we'll journey into the wrists. So we're just going to take the right hand out as if you're saying stop, and we're just going to pull the four fingers back. Taking a gentle breath in and a gentle breath out. Over to the other side, left hand as if we're saying stop, pulling those four fingers back. Gentle breath in and a gentle breath out. Take the thumbs and place them on the inside of the palms of the hands and see if you can keep your shoulders and your elbows still and start to draw some gentle little circles with these wrists. If you're hearing any snaps, crackles and pops, Rice Krispies as I call them, it's alright. If there's no other symptoms of swelling or pain, they are nothing to worry about. And of course we remember as we journey through our pregnancy, we can get swelling. We can get swelling in the wrists and swelling in the legs. With the fluid being the weight that you are gaining, most of the weight that you are gaining is fluid. We're going to go into the elbows and start to draw some circles with the wrists and the elbows at the same time. One for the mind. And then we're going to roll this into the shoulders. So we've got the wrists, elbows and shoulders now expanding, opening up and finding some space. We're now going to take a little pause and then do the opposite direction. So wrists going in the opposite direction, elbow circles and shoulder circles. Nice and expansive as far as feels comfortable for you. Alright, have a little shake out, shaking out with the hands, the shoulders, fingertips to earth. As we inhale, arms coming up above the head, shoulders staying away from the ears, looking up. Exhale, turn those palms of the hands away, dropping the hands down. Arms coming up and arms dropping down. We've got one more here. From here we've got a little twist, so our left hand is going to come to cuddle our bump and baby, right fingertips to the earth, taking a breath in and then a gentle twist just to look over the right shoulder. Stay here, take a breath in and a breath out. Lovely, release, other side. Give the baby a cuddle to the other side. Taking a breath in. Exhale, gentle twist over to this side. Breathing in and out. Returning to neutral. We're going to come to meet in our tabletop position. So for tabletop position, so where we look like a table, we're coming onto our hands and onto our knees. If you've got any issues with the wrists, if you're noticing any pain, you're going to fold the mat up at the top and just cushion underneath the wrists. If there's anything going on with the knees and you're requiring a bit of extra padding, definitely use the blanket and place it underneath the knees. These are our options. So we're in our tabletop position and we're going to send the hands a little bit further forwards than shoulder distance and send them a little bit wider, giving us plenty of space. From here, we're going to come into baby hugs. So we're going to go from a neutral tabletop position. We're going to take our breath in, and as we exhale, we're going to round up into the cat stretch, dropping chin to chest and pressing gently away from the earth with a micro bend in the elbows. In your own time, just coming into that inhale, neutral spine, and then exhale, dropping chin to chest, rounding up and in. Perfect. All fours is a lovely position to spend time in to encourage baby to come into what we call the optimal fetal position, where the baby's spine is against our bellies, preparing for birth. Encouragement can be had, and that's as far as it goes. We can just encourage our baby with the benefit of gravity in this tabletop position. Let's do a shape that's meant to be very good for labour. It's some hip circles. So let's start to take some gentle hip circles going in one direction. As always, allowing the breath to be smooth and fluid, going at your own pace in your own time. All fours, excellent position to one, encourage that baby to journey into that optimal fetal position, but also for labour, spending time here in labour. Opposite direction with our hip circles. Coming back into that neutral tabletop, we're going to extend that right leg out nice and long, root down through the toes and just feel a nice stretch along the back of the right calf. Gentle breaths here. From here, dropping this right knee down, over to the other side, extending that left leg nice and long, rooting down through the toes, feeling a nice stretch along the back of the left leg. This is an excellent shape, stretch for when we are maybe experiencing some cramp. Give this one a go, see what happens. All little tools in your tool kit for your pregnancy. Coming down onto the left knee, we're going to tuck the toes under and take a little toe stretch. So we're going to walk our hands back, feeling the toes root down and just coming up into a nice little toe stretch. From here, hands down either side of the waist. As you inhale, send the arms up above the head. Exhale, allow that breath to journey out. Arms coming up and down. Probably feeling this a little bit in the feet. One more, coming up and coming down. Fabulous. All right, coming back onto all fours, we're going to come into a low lunge position. So if you want to come up into kneeling and then step the right foot forwards. I always think give a little bit of space because that's what this is all about. So heel toe, the foot out a little bit, hands on hips. This is a power pose. Taking your power pose And just doing some hip circles, creating a little bit of space in the pelvis area. In some indigenous countries, this is how women give birth. They kneel on one knee and they have a sole of the foot on the earth. Interesting. Opposite direction. Great. From here, let's step this right knee back and go immediately over to the other side. So we've got this left foot coming forwards. You can be in alignment, but if you just want to encourage a bit more space, heel toe out, slightly, and taking these hip circles. Opposite direction, feeling grounded and rooted, whilst also taking up and making space. Alright, from here, we're going to send the left knee back, hands coming down onto the earth as we make our way up into standing. Tucking those toes under, you're going to walk your hands back, start to come up onto the feet, and absolutely take the hands to the thighs and push yourself up as required. Great, have a little shake out, shake the right leg, shake the left, have a little bounce. And we're going to use the wall. So we're going to turn to face the wall. And we're going to take a downward dog with the wall. So this is what it looks like. We've got the palm of the hands on the wall. We're going to walk our legs back. Nice generous bend in the knees. Plenty of space. Feet can be wider than hip distance apart. And just start to press into the wall. Relax your head and your neck. And it's a wall supported downwards facing dog. Should feel really nice on the shoulders. Taking a breath in. And your breath out. Allow your natural breath to just come and go. Lovely. From here, we're going to walk forwards. And we're going to come into a wall supported warrior one. So we've got the right foot forwards, and it's about a foot distance away from the wall. You can play around with this and see what's right for you. Step back with the left foot. And if it was on a clock face, it would be pointing to 10 p.m, not 9, not the long edge of the mat, but diagonally. We're going to bend into that right knee and we're going to use the wall to support us here, taking some breaths. From here, there's an option to lift and lower the left heel. So we're coming up onto the left toes as we lift and dropping that left heel down. Now, Julianne, I know you've not got any pelvic girdle pain, but if you did have pelvic girdle pain, a nice variation option here instead would be to simply stand in mountain pose and lift up both heels, dropping down, keeping the legs together. My yoga teacher, Amy, describes this as just considering yourself like a mermaid, keeping the legs together at all times throughout the yoga practice is going to minimize that pelvic girdle pain. Lovely. From here, let's take our warrior one on the other side. So let's step back with the right foot. And this time we're going to go to 2 p.m. if we were on a clock face. Feeling the wall support us, bending into that left knee. Hopefully feeling that stretch down the right leg. Easy breaths. Should you wish, we've got some heel lifts, lifting up onto the toes of the right foot and dropping down. Lifting up and dropping down, up and down. Just 2 more here. It would be remiss of me to miss out some hip circles. So let's hold on to the wall, sending the feet nice and wide, wherever feels comfortable, and just take some hip circles. There's going to be a wall available when you are in your labour. So these shapes are just here for you to experiment and explore with. Opposite direction. Lovely. We're going to walk back towards the wall. And then we're just going to have a little shake out. Shake the legs, shake the arms, have a little bounce. All right, coming down onto the mat. Coming into a supported sitting pose. You can grab your cushion if that feels nice for you. And we're going to go for that wide-legged V shape. Wide-legged V. Finishing off our movements with some more circles. So just imagine that you are stirring a pot. I like to interlace my fingers. Just helps me to get this circular movement going. Opposite direction. Alright, coming back into that easy sitting position, wherever feels alright for you. We're just going to do a modified breathing practice. So we call this alternate nostril breathing in yoga, and this is a nice, simple, sweet practice that is a variation of this. So what we're going to do is we're going to have the right palm of the hand open, left palm of the hand closed. Roll your shoulders back and down. We're going to imagine that as we breathe in, feel free to close the eyes or take a soft gaze. As we breathe in, imagine your breath is coming in only through your left nostril. And as you breathe out, it goes down through your right nostril. We close the right palm of the hand and open the left. We breathe in through the right nostril and down and out through that left nostril. Stay here. Breathe in through the left nostril. Close the left hand, open the right, breathe down and out through the right nostril. Stay here, breathe in through the right nostril. Close the right and open the left, breathe down and out through the left nostril. Stay here, breathe in through the left nostril. Close the left, open the right, breathe down and out through the right nostril. Inhale here. Close right, open left, breathe down and out. Stay here, breathe in. Close left, open right, breathe out. Stay here, breathe in. Close right, open left, breathe out. And then just relax both of the palms of the hands. And just take a moment to check in. Check in with how you're feeling, how you're really feeling. How is this practice suiting you? When you're ready, we're going to come into our final shape of Shavasana. And of course, we understand the recommendation is for you to have a lie down on your left side. So when you're lying down on your left side, it might be nice for you to place the blanket underneath your head And of course you can put the bolster in between your legs, or you might prefer the cushion underneath your head, whichever is feeling right for you today. Making ourselves nice and comfortable in our chosen position. And Shavasana always teaches us that there is a time to work, to be active and to do, and there's a time to be, to rest. And this is your time now, yours and baby's time to rest. So welcome yourself into this final relaxation. Come in to your body. Allow that space between the eyebrows to soften. All around the eyes are softened. Jaw relaxed, tongue loose. And you're now giving weight of you and of baby down into gravity. And feel the floor rise up and support you. Come in to your body. Come to your breath. And if it's possible, imagine, feel and sense that you are surrounded by a beautiful protective bubble. And in this bubble, there's just you, your baby and your breath. And your bubble can be any colour, it could be multicoloured. And in this bubble, it's special. It's special because there's a protective barrier, an energetic shield between you, your baby and the rest of the world. And you can just deflect anything that doesn't serve you and your baby. Breathe in and feel your breath in. It's just you and your baby inside of this bubble. Breathe out and feel your breath out. And with every breath out, there is a letting go, a release of anything that's not serving you or your baby. And your body feels it. The body's relieved. And you might want to say to yourself in your mind, as you feel the natural breath just come in and out, my breath, my body, my baby. My breath, my body, my baby. The world just is, and you just are. There'll always be sounds around you, stories and advice, sought and unsolicited, right? But here in your bubble, you know, you understand that this is all just noise. beyond the noise is your breath, your body, and your baby inside of your bubble. Just hear each moment together. And it might be nice for you to say to yourself, I grow my baby in every moment, and we're here in this bubble together. I'll deliver my baby, and we'll be here in the bubble together. I'll care for my baby always and in all ways. And we'll be here in this bubble together. Be really conscious and aware of how you have relaxed and restored and strengthened your mind, your body, and absolutely a sense of who you are with this yoga practice today. You've certainly given yourself the time and the space that you and baby needed. You both needed this. So come back to the feeling of the weight and the shape of your body resting down on the earth. Be aware of the spaces in between your toes and give those toes a little wiggle. Be aware of the spaces in between the fingers and give those fingers a little wiggle. In your own time, understanding that there's no rush. You're just going to bring yourself back into an easy sitting position. And we'll close our pregnancy yoga class together today. We're in our easy sitting position. You can do what I've made up. It's called pat your mat. Pat your mat knowing that you did it. You got yourself here to the practice. It's the hardest part. Or maybe we want to close more traditionally. We could bring the palms of the hands together. Traditional Anjali Mudra, we bend into the knuckles. We tuck the thumbs between the first and the second fingers. And we can just bow our head. Today we'll close with these simple and sweet sentiments. My breath is our friend. Say this to yourself in your mind. My breath is our friend. My body knows best. And to close authentically to the lineage of yoga, we can simply say the word Shanti, because Shanti just means endless peace. So Shanti.